Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I hope you all are having a terrific day, as I am. And this morning, I have a very, very special guest, Denae DuCharme. He's very inspiring. And so, without further ado, I'm going to bring Denae on, um, and we'll start with his story. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's things going?
Good.
Terrific. Um, and I'm gonna in certain times I'll bring up some comments if you see them there. Can you see those comments right now?
Yes, I
Perfect.
can.
Okay. Good morning, Judy. Um, so it's amazing. You had your stroke at 35 years old, correct?
Yes, and I'm 42 now.
Wow, pretty amazing. Um, Before we start, just say a couple of shout outs there to Naomi. Good morning. And Salute. Now, you know all these folks, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we've got a lot of people out there. I can see they're watching. And what else here? Let's see. We are, but I just want to welcome you here, and I really appreciate you being on the show and telling your story.
Yeah.
So you had your stroke at 35 years old, that just goes to show that stroke does not discriminate age-wise,
No, it
right?
doesn't.
Not at all. So, did you just to start out? Perhaps you can introduce yourself.
Yeah. I'm Denae, and yeah. Um,
Mike Peters. You know, Mike Peters is from South Wales.
yes, I've seen him.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, you had your stroke at 35 years young, and
Yes.
right. So so do you want to talk about it? I mean, did you know what a stroke was before you had the stroke?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
um, I was at work, and um, I I was complaining of double vision.
Hmm.
And I, I didn't know what to think.
Hmm.
Um, and um, Hey, Andy. Um, um, so um, I called the nurses hotline, and I just said um, what I'm feeling, and um, they said come in right away. So I um, had someone from the store drive me in. And that's all I can really remember. Um, um, for about a week. And um, I I didn't um, have the ability to talk for like 2 weeks after that. So, and then, and that was just a high or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, So yeah, so you couldn't talk. So
No,
obviously,
no.
yeah, this is Aphasia Awareness Month, obviously, and
Yep.
so you actually have really done such a great job of taking care of yourself. So right now you're 7 years post stroke.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
7 years.
And I can remember it was like yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't go. I mean, it doesn't go away. You don't forget. Is it? It's a
Yeah.
big trauma. So
Yep. Hi, Brooke.
yes, good morning, Brooke. But you've overcome so much by looking what we have talked about and what you've sent me. It's just an amazing victory.
Yeah. Um, um, and um, um, two things. One, I was um, 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 determined, and two, I had people around me that were determined as well.
Right, right. So, did you spend time in the hospital?
Uh,
Much time?
2.5 months.
Wow. Inpatient. So you lived there for 2.5 months, as
Yep.
I did too.
Yep.
But when I read some of your stuff, you said it was you had a carotid artery
Yep.
or
Yep.
something.
Yep. Um, the carotid blew, and that was it.
Yeah, that's what caused the stroke.
Yep.
Wow. Were you healthy before, or I mean,
Yes, I was.
so obviously discrimination does not.
No.
You know, I mean, you're young. You still are young, but 35 years old, you had your stroke. You're getting up there now. No, it's just it is pretty amazing. But but what else is going? I mean, 2.5 months. You obviously went to physical therapy, occupational
Yep.
therapy, speech
Yep.
therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. And um, they um, 10 days I was at the hospital in La Crosse,
Right.
Wisconsin. And then for 3.5 weeks, I was in the Madison hospital, and then back to La Crosse.
In La Crosse is where your therapy was inpatient.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. So, but like, it's funny. Stroke survivors, a lot of times we don't even you can't even tell what a stroke survivor is unless you have the signs of
Yep.
the arm weakness or
Yep.
you know and with aphasia, because I have expressive aphasia. It's very minor, but you
Yep.
you have aphasia, and so is there
Uh,
anything you could tell anybody about that? What's that like?
it's um, I'm I have I'm mild to moderate aphasia,
Right?
which means um, 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 so um, but um, 7 years ago, um, it wasn't like it is today.
Right.
Um, not even close.
You're much better.
Yes.
Right. And as we all know, with aphasia, it's the intellect is there.
Yeah.
It's just
Um,
right.
but the words are not.
Right. Right. Exactly. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. On my end, the comments are slowly coming up. I mean, I can see a lot of people watching. And I appreciate that. Um, so so right now, I know with this pandemic is talk about isolated because a lot
Yeah.
of stroke survivors, right? We feel
Yes.
isolated, but this is taking another role because we are isolated. We can't go out. It's just
Yeah.
So how do you handle that to be so
Um,
motivated and positive?
um, I, it's a gift.
Yeah, it is.
So, um, not every stroke survivor, um, so, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Um, but with you in the hospital for so long, and you had the deficits as we all do, right?
Yeah.
And you currently, like right now, what deficits besides aphasia that you have? Do you have arm weakness or all one side?
My whole right side from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, is like 50% gone.
Right, right,
More or less.
sure,
Uh, um, so I, I, but I, when I remember,
sure.
I, um, um, flip the light with my right hand. I, um,
Yeah. So yeah, I totally understand. So you're doing therapy yourself. I mean,
yeah,
because your right side is the affected side, correct?
yep, yep. And I was right-handed.
I know the feeling. But you've adapted so many things. I mean, I'd love to pull up some pictures of, and you can probably explain that. Yeah, I have a bunch, and it may take me a second, but like this picture here,
Yeah. Um, I I was a right-handed bowler,
right?
um, to the tune of um, 220 average, um,
Wow.
8 300s, um, 3 299s to 298, to 297.
Wow. So
Um,
yeah, that's crazy.
and all by the age of 35.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
um, but um, I I um, I definitely wanted to do it left-handed when I could, um, um, safely.
Sure.
Um, um, but I'm in a league now left-handed. So still bowls better than me.
Yeah, and it's funny for a lot of people that don't know. 300 is a perfect score, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
And you're in the right now. You're in a league, so obviously, I mean, it doesn't stop you for what the deficits are. I mean, who cares if you had a stroke? Look at you.
Yep. Yep.
And then here we go. You back to golfing.
Yep. I pre-stroke, I was I golfed, but not well. Um, but after the stroke, I could only putt. I so, but yeah,
Yeah, good for you. And, it just shows. A lot of stroke survivors. They feel isolated. They feel sorry for themselves.
yeah.
But you're not letting anything slow you down at all. I mean, were you a good skier before?
I prior to my stroke, I was I went out maybe twice a year. But I never fell or whatever. I was actually pretty good. But I I I had yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. So that's a they call it a tandem sled.
Yeah.
Sled.
Ski or whatever. So so I'm in there,
Right.
and someone is pushing me behind. So
Yeah, for this picture, it looks like she's getting you all strapped in, ready to go.
yep.
And then it's tandem, so she's behind you then.
Yep.
That's amazing. That's so good for you. I'm really proud of you to not let anything get in your way of stroke, how we feel. I mean,
Yeah.
you should motivate and inspire everybody to look what you're doing. I mean, you're golfing, you're bowling. Just amazing. Good for you. Or maybe I shouldn't even say it's amazing. It's because this is what you do.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's so good. So do you go or attend any stroke support groups, or do you do anything else?
Pre-pandemic,
Yes.
there was um, there's a stroke aphasia support group
Right.
um, that is weekly. Um, Wednesday mornings, um, and then um, um, and but there's so much around this area um, that I haven't even been to.
Right. Right. It was just so this um, pandemic for going to a stroke support. Are you doing that in person? The stroke support
Um,
group?
what?
Are you going to stroke support groups virtual or is it?
No. Right now, it's on hold.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's inspiring to see what you're doing, and just for me, it wants me to. I mean, I need to do more, and I thought I was doing more. Um, but I used to love bowling. I used to love to do all that, but you're kind of getting me back into what I really need to do. And a
yeah,
lot of these are your friends, right, Brady?
yes,
Exactly. That's great. And I'm just bringing up some comments here so you could see.
yep.
Carrie, yeah. Thank you guys
Uh,
all for being here.
so,
Just shows the support because I know as a stroke, well, I'll call you, and you should call yourself now not a survivor, an educator,
yes,
stroke educator, which is um, to bring awareness not only to stroke but aphasia, which is
yep,
this month aphasia awareness month.
yep.
Um, and I'm bringing up some pictures here, so this here we go.
Yeah, that was our wedding day. Um,
Yeah,
um, so
exactly. It's a really pretty picture there.
yeah,
Um, yeah. And you know Paul Cummings there?
yep.
That's right. So so what else? So you're birth basically um, not letting anything hold you back. I mean, what other things are you doing to? Because it sounds like you're not letting anything at all mess with you.
No. Um, 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 there are um, um, some others that are doing more, but I'm right. I'm right there
Yeah,
with
you
them.
are. Yeah, you are. So what motivates
Um, 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 I don't know. I I um, my kids, um, my my bowling, um, and um, my wife. Um, um, so yeah,
you? So another question. We never really talked about your family.
yeah.
How many kids do you have?
Um, so back in Wisconsin, I have 2 kids, ages 12 and 10.
Right.
Um, and um, um, here we have the stepdaughter.
Right. And this is there we go. But this is obviously a younger picture of them.
Yeah. They're they're so much bigger.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And so are they with you right there now, or they're
No.
back in Wisconsin?
Tomorrow, we'll be headed 1,600 miles east, straight east,
Right.
to be with them for about a month.
Wow, good for you. That's good. Can I ask you another question here? We're speaking of like aphasia. Actually, when you go to a doctor or therapist, or a lot of them really don't know what not really the doctor, what a aphasia is. Have you found that to be true?
Yes. And I just know what it is. But a lot of people do not know.
Yeah, in the medical community.
Yeah. Or throughout my friends, whatever,
Sure.
they just don't know. And it's like the words are there
Sure.
inside my head, but it's getting them out.
Yeah, that's the process. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
So do you work on it? Like, is this an everyday? There's got to be something you for watching you ski or bowl or golf. Do you do like word games or something to work on the aphasia?
I do um, 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 my phone and um, um, games on there and whatever.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, because I think we all need to do a better job of, not a better job, but raising stroke awareness, because it's so aphasia and stroke awareness that we don't really, people don't know it. I mean, 3 out of 4 people don't even know the warning signs of stroke,
No, they don't.
which is shocking. I was one of them, and I think you were one of them.
Yeah. But I I I didn't know that I was having a stroke when it happened. Um, I was at the hospital when my stroke hit.
And in the hospital, like emergency room, or you're at your doctor's office?
I don't know.
That's right. You don't remember that.
Yeah.
There's your friend again there, Mark.
Yeah. I'm Mark.
Oh, look at that. Thank you for being here, Mark. I appreciate it. I know that Denae does too.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were in the I just want to go back. You were in the a doctor's office or the hospital?
I was in
Oh,
um I I don't know really where I was at when the stroke hit.
right.
Um I I think I was in the ER or whatever, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because you did talk to the nurse. Um, and that's
Nurse's hotline.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And they told you to come in, or she
Yeah,
told you now. It's
yeah.
interesting. I wonder why she said that.
I I don't know, but
Yeah,
they they knew that I definitely should come in.
yeah, something was not right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just well, it's just you've made so much progress, and
yeah.
and I just want to bring
I
this one
have.
up too. Yes, you have. You should be so proud of yourself. Not sure if I showed this one yet, but this is right after your stroke, correct?
Um, I would say that's about a year or so after my stroke. I
Right.
I was physically I was in a bad way. Um, I was in a wheelchair. I yeah.
So that was you said you were in a wheelchair for how long were you in a wheelchair for?
Um, I think it was right around 6 months or so.
Right.
Um, I was yeah.
Yeah. So about 6 months to about a year or so, but that was about a year. You're bowling with your opposite hand,
Yep.
your non-affected side. But also, Mike Peters, and if anybody um, wants to ask questions, please do, because it is Aphasia Awareness Month, and we want to make sure
Yes.
everybody gets a chance here. Does that know Denae? We want you to ask questions
Yep.
to us, so so we can answer them and for what he's gone through. I mean, think about what he's done for what you've done for yourself,
Yeah.
how you've created yourself to be so. I mean, you should be out there being a motivational speaker.
Yes.
And Brianna, proud of you, Denae. You are
Yep.
amazing. Love you.
Um,
Yeah, you got some friends, but I just want to say I'm really proud of you. You just really inspired me, and I know seeing some other folks out there, you are really inspiring them. It's just terrific. So what other things that you're doing to help yourself out, get yourself in a better position now? Because you seem happy all the time, always smiling, which
yeah.
is great.
Yeah. I I don't know what this level of the yeah. But I don't.
Are you watching some of those comments?
Yeah.
Mike, so funny. But and do you drive?
Yes, I drive. Um, um, with my left foot. Um, um, and um, um, the knob.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, yeah, I, I have a minivan.
Right. I'll bring that data. Some people can't see it. So in other words, Denae was such a great addition to our Idaho aphasia support group. His observations are so astute, but I love the Packers. In fact, before I met him. That's right. I forgot. You're Wisconsin. You're a cheesehead there. So now you're going to rub it all. There we go. So in other words, I can't bring up the Cowboys. Not at all. But so yeah, you're an avid sports fan.
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. So what else? What else? What is it?
I'm so excited for baseball.
Yeah, they're. I don't know if they're coming back right now.
I think it. I think it will actually come back, but
Yeah, maybe not all the fans as
no,
much. You
no.
know.
Um, they're talking zero fans,
Right.
but a 60 game schedule.
Right.
So better than nothing.
Very true. Very true. Absolutely. So, what could you tell other survivors out there how you get through what you're getting through daily?
Um, I I don't know. It's
Yeah, I could bring these up here. So, Christy, your friend, yeah, people have a hard time understanding people with disabilities of all kinds. What is something that is helpful to you when interacting with people that you want them to understand? So, you got that question there.
yeah. I I don't know. I um, it's tough, um, but um, um, it's um,
Yeah, disabilities people don't understand completely.
yeah, yeah,
Especially with aphasia. I mean, no one
yeah.
right. I mean, it's something we need to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so Mark, he's also a great father. He's tough. It's tough to be a dad when you have a stroke and aphasia.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it sounds like you've got a great family where the support is really gets you through it.
Yeah. And that's it in a nutshell.
Right.
My back in Wisconsin, my mom and stepdad were so great. Um, um, they were there every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
When um, in the hospital. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Because no, I understand. So the emotional journey is a tough thing to go through too. Having a stroke and aphasia.
yeah, yep.
So what can you say about that?
Um, um, I I just um, yeah, it no words,
Right. Right.
no words.
Yeah. Yeah. But it seems to me that you really have come through 100%. Well, none of us get 100%, but what you've done as far as
Yeah,
your emotional stability seems,
yeah,
nothing's going to stop you. You know, and salute, you inspire many, and I'll, I can't even talk. I have Tom listen when he comes home from the hospital.
yeah.
Yeah, and Tom's in the hospital. Salute's husband Tom is in the hospital. He had a stroke,
Oh,
2015. Um, but yeah, and Paul, it's tough, but you're
yes.
tougher, right?
Yep.
That's exactly right, Paul. Exactly. I mean,
That's it exactly.
yeah, exactly. I just say I'm not retarded. I just had a stroke. Yeah. This is, Mike, you got a great sense of humor, and you have to during these times. Mark, did your friends and loved ones thought you have changed after your strokes and aphasia?
Um, yeah. Um, but um, um, through um, the um, all the posts I do on uh, Facebook and whatever. Um,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
You do them to inspire other people.
yes,
Exactly. And that's why that's what I do. The same thing. I'm posting things and really for me to show what I'm not doing right and what I am doing right. I do a lot of
yeah,
walking and
yep,
and other things, but it helps.
yep,
You see your is this Kathy? Yours, Kathy Austin. Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, and this is so funny. I was just going to say this, but Mike Peters beat me to the punch. It saved me my sense of humor.
Yeah.
Which
And I'm not drunk.
yep, a stroke survivor. There you are. Yeah,
Yep.
and that's so true. But for everybody else, yeah, I know, and I kind of pause here because I like to bring up the comments to
Yep.
show because we're all inspired. I mean, you have to be. And my sense of humor,
Yeah.
I've changed, but the sense of humor I got right back into it, and
Yeah.
so that really
Um,
helps.
I I've never lost my sense of humor.
Right. Good for you. Yeah. So you spent, just to kind of recap, 2.5 months in the hospital, and yeah, yeah. I know I'm kind of going through again, but 2.5 months in the hospital, and you
Yep.
really didn't. You called the nurses hotline, and from then on, you couldn't remember. Did you spend? I didn't ask this question in the beginning. Did you spend time in ICU? Do you remember that?
Yes, I did. Three days I was in a medically induced coma.
Right.
So and then from for about a four 4 days to a week after that, I couldn't
Sure.
say or do anything.
Yeah.
And um, then um, then I was just
So yeah. So Mark, to my strokes, I was pretty depressed and disillusioned. Sometimes I was pretty angry. My wife basically said, "This happened to all of us. You need to think about our son and get it together." Perfect wake up call for
yep,
me.
yep,
Yeah, um, yeah, that's right on. You have
yeah,
to think the family members. Now, do you
yep.
take any meds right now?
What?
Do you take any like seizure medicine
Um,
for that?
I take what's the one? Um, the anti-seizure medication.
Kepra?
Yes.
Yes.
And um, a slew of other ones, but
Yeah. Yeah, they just drug us up.
yeah,
Yeah, that's I take Vimpat and Kepra.
yeah.
Uh,
I take like 6 medications,
wow.
but um, 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 just 3 of them are script. Um, so
Right, right. Well, just listening to you and your story, it's so inspiring to me. Yep. Oh, there we go. the life of the party. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm terrific. So this is Denae's better half, right?
Well, half. I don't know if it's better or not.
Wow. So why don't you introduce yourself too? Because you are the caregiver too.
I am Marcia.
Awesome.
So
Marcia.
met Denae, almost 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was
Good
fast.
for you. Yeah, I don't know if you can see. I bring up comments here quite a bit, and Kathy. So she has aphasia and apraxia, a speech language pathologist too. Wow. Don't give up the fight. Yeah, you can't. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Wow. Yeah. So, well, it sounds like I'm just so proud of what you've overcome. And I know because I've had a stroke, obviously, and I don't know if there's any like last parting words or something that you would like to say to other stroke stars that with aphasia and how you push yourself to do all the things that I pulled up, that you're bowling, you're skiing, you're this, that, and the other. It's just wonderful.
Yep. I don't just keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe Dirt.
Yes.
Yes, the smartest person you've ever watched on TV.
Yes.
And what else? What do you have as a caregiver? What do you have to say? Because I tried to get my wife on, and she'll never get on camera at all.
Well, I'm not thrilled to be on camera, but I am going to be spending the next 4 days stuck in a car with him. So I figured we should probably do that to just set our trip off on the right foot.
Oh yeah. That's it. There's a.
I guess for me, it takes a lot of patience, especially with the aphasia, and understanding different things that may trigger him and try and get ahead of that, especially if I can tell it's something important that he's trying to say, to reduce the distractions and put down the cell phone, make sure he has my attention, and not try and speak for him, but sometimes try and probe what he is trying to say, asking questions like, okay, let's back it up. What's the subject?
Yeah.
So that I can try and get on the same page in the same mind frame.
Right, exactly.
And then, go ahead.
No. I want to hear your perspective on this.
And then as far as like the things that he does, I'm just a pain in the ass, and we'll just keep pushing him and tell him, don't give up. You can do this. It's not the same that it used to be, but I remember one time we were at a park playing with my daughter and my nieces, and I told him he was going to go down a slide and he couldn't quite get down. And I just told him, get your butt down and go.
I've seen that picture, and I was looking for it, and I couldn't find it, but you going down the slide, is that the one you were talking about?
Yeah.
See, and that's just another thing that's just terrific. I mean, there's nothing that you can't do. You adapt different ways, and it's just it's pretty awesome. I mean, and I understand what you're saying, because my wife, same thing. I may say something, and certain days is worse than the other. When I try to say something, it totally comes out different, and she just looks at me. And she totally she doesn't understand, so she just whatever. But she tries to tell me, and I forget.
Yeah.
But
and humor goes a long way too.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it has to be. Yeah, and how are you handling this lockdown?
I love it. I'm working from home. I just got done with the meeting, and normally if I was at the office, I would be tuning in and watching this. Now I just got to walk right down. I had, come here, come say hi. Come over between Daddy and me. You say hi.
Hi.
Hi, honey. What's your name?
Ellie.
Ellie, that's a beautiful name.
We're talking about Daddy's stroke.
Coco was right in the middle.
Coco's kitty, yeah. Is there anything that you want to say about Daddy's stroke?
That's great with his stroke. I tried to help him a lot with his stroke.
And what does it mean when Daddy gets flooded?
We need to get quiet.
Yeah.
I understand. I was always taught when someone has aphasia, don't finish their sentence.
Come over this way.
Just always, let them work it out for themselves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's terrific. I'm really proud of your father. He's an amazing man.
Yes.
He's pretty good, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. By the way, tomorrow we're going to be leaving to Wisconsin, driving.
Oh, that sounds fun. It's a long drive.
Are you done? Can you say goodbye?
That's so cute. Wow. Well, they're going
So
crazy.
It's really cute when she is thinking about him. She'll start limping, but it's usually the wrong foot.
Yeah.
And so then you can always tell, like just by watching her walk, if she's thinking about him, if he's on her mind.
Yeah, and it's so true because I actually, believe it or not, I have 10 grandchildren, and some of them they don't know me before my stroke. So if I limp all the time, and they sometimes walk in front of me and they do the limp too, swinging their leg out and all that. But it really does not bother me at all. It's just how they know me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we only know him after the stroke too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is wonderful. I'm so glad I got to meet both of you. And are there any, since we're down near the end of this show, are there any parting ways to tell everybody, both of you?
You go.
I don't know what to say. I don't know. Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Find joy in what you're given.
Yep.
Yes.
Make the best of what you have. Realize life will go on, not the same that it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But take joy in what you have.
Right. And I always say is today's a gift, make it count.
Yeah.
But so Mike wants to say one thing to you. Remember, be my friend to you. But
Will do, Mike.
Mike's from South Wales, United Kingdom. But anyway, I'm just, the last few comments. Find joy, make the best of what you have. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect comment, Salute. But again, I just say thank you to everybody that's here and showed up. And both of you, thank you. And hope be safe out there on your trip. 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow. And for a month.
Yep.
Good. Yep. Well, yeah, just like Salute, have a safe and fun drive.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I'll sign off, and you'll still be on for a second, but we'll see you, everybody, and have a great rest of your day.